The year is 2016 and the memes are at their prime. Some great games were released, such as Dishonored 2, Overwatch, Battlefield 1 and Uncharted 4 just to name a few. But one game stood out to me from all of those games. A hidden and underrated gem called Hitman, which was later rebranded as Hitman 2016. Developed by IO Interactive, the game follows Agent 47 going around the world, completing contracts and following a pretty connected story. The main plot is finding out who the Shadow Client is. The client has been sending us after a hidden organization called Providence. The story continued in Hitman 2 and is concluded in Hitman 3. Lucky for me though, Hitman 3 contains the previous two games' stories in them, which allows me to get easier recordings. The Hitman games are also known as the World of Assassination trilogy because of the interesting game mechanics of being allowed to use most items in the level to help in your method of assassination. The game is filled with exploration and unlockable rewards for replayability, as each time you play, you level up your character and level up the location mastery, which unlocks new tools for you to use, allowing for even more replayability, which I'll get into later. I've always been a massive fan of the Hitman games, playing a combined 367 plus hours across all three games on Xbox and PC, and countless more to come when the next installation of Hitman 3 gets released on Steam in early of January of 2022. This game is built on replayability, learning the maps, AI movements, behaviors, and general map knowledge. All of this will be expanded on later on. So sit back, change disguises, and drink that water. No, don't worry that it tastes more normal than normal. Keep drinking. And enjoy this sort of review, but just a video on Hitman 3, a retrospective. This game spoils the story of Hitman 3, but I will leave timestamps so you can skip the spoils. With that out the way, let's begin. Hitman's level design is one of the best I've ever seen, allowing for multiple ways to reach your target, location, and exfiltration. The layouts are tough to learn, but when you have the basic map knowledge, after playing 3 to 4 times, you'll know where to go and how to get there, making traversal so much easier. Most maps are filled with intel which will help you find a way to your target. Or, for example, on Marrakesh, you can overhear a conversation between two NPCs talking about how someone is missing and hasn't shown up for an interview with the target.
That is Klaus Strandberg, most wanted man in Morocco.
This type of intel happens in every single map. You can hear codes on Dubai.
Same code, 6927. Just don't tell your mother or I'll have to shoot her. Otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Good. Yeah, I will do. Have a good shift tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.
Find out where some mission items were thrown.
You grabbed the pack of smokes that was thrown over the fence from the old guy's garden?
No, man. I'm trying to stop.
All this knowledge will help in your mission. Some maps have cinematic introductions, such as Dubai and other Hitman 2 and 3 maps, which I really like. It gives a very professional setting, especially on Apex Predator. Even the director's introduction descriptions, which was featured in the deluxe edition, really emphasized what the intro of Berlin is supposed to feel and how it should feel to 47.
No real mission objective. The only thing that takes us here are a few words in the cinematic after the previous mission. What is Agent 47 thinking? How did he even get here? How does he feel after what just happened?
To get in depth into some of Hitman's levels, we'll start with the mission Apex Predator from Hitman 3. The level is set in an underground nightclub in Berlin. The layout is filled with different infiltration points and ways to your targets. You have to eliminate 5 ICA targets who have been hunting you down. But the fun element is, though, on your first playthrough, you don't know who the agents are, and have to inspect each guard you come across to find your target. But be warned though, they are enforcers and will see through your disguise, because they are the only people who know what 47 looks like. The map is set in an abandoned nuclear silo and has one of the best intros to the map I've ever seen in the Hitman game. And with screen space reflections on, the neon layout, paintings on the walls, dense crowds, the mix of red, blue and white and pink neon colors, smoke from the rave as it creates this fog, the backstage areas give off a really urban feeling, the walls are cracked, concrete covers the floor, and makes the location feel real and very realistic. And the first time you see the rave pit, such a beautiful map and excellent map design.
Instead of medicine, it's a good place. I prefer water, but as the sunrise comes up, I'd love to finish the evening with a good cocktail.
This map is a personal favorite and has so many ways to take out your targets. And you don't need to take out the same targets every single time. There are a total of 11, but the game only requires you take out 5. Due to their training, they can see you through any disguise, so you must learn to stay away and dodge their view while performing your missions. The map also has different side quests. One of them is just how to get into the nightclub.
Hello, excuse me. I was wondering if you could help me find my bike. Now, I have lost my allergy pills, if you know what I mean. I can get you in for free if you help me to find my bike with...
I found
with my... You are a lifesaver. Thank you. Hey, I should be on the list. The name is Helfried Ziegler, and this gentleman is my +1.
All right. Let's go right in.
Just by exploring, you learn the guards' paths, who's stationary, where you can enter, where you're allowed to go, and which disguises gets you into different areas. This map really sells the fact that 47 is able to hold his own and do what he must to protect those who look after him. Another beautiful map is Chasing a Ghost, featured in Hitman 2. This level is set in Mumbai, a dense, packed map filled with so many interesting and tens of ways to get into certain areas. For this map, it's 3 targets, but one of them isn't marked. You have to find intel and recordings or just know the AI, and it's the only NPC in the map that limps, and find your target. As the map is set in the slums of Mumbai, there is garbage all around the streets, fills the aqueduct, covers the beach, really makes the place feel very dirty. The city has a nice market area where stores are filled with items and NPCs are seen advertising, looking to buy and chatting amongst each other, making the city feel really lived in. When listening to the female targets lines with the citizens of Mumbai, you can hear that the slum area is filled with poverty and so many poor people are begging for basic needs such as food and
I
water.
understand you have a request to make.
It's the debts, my queen. They're, well, quite overwhelming.
My bookkeeper informs me that you've had yet another child. I feel perhaps that is not the wisest decision to make when in a financial situation such as yours. Of course, eventually you'll have extra hands to assist you with your income, provided the child lives so long.
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shah. Excellent work, 47.
All of the locations around this map look, sound, and feel unique. They also feature some impressive attention to detail, and don't forget to gather intel on your mysterious target.
Looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next?
Finally, Miami from Hitman 2, the advertised map during the Hitman 2 teasers and trailers. This map is one of my favorites due to its amazing size of the playable area. The map is set in Miami, of course, and is set around a racetrack. The map is so vibrant and really feels like a race car event. The mission is for you to take out two targets, a father and a daughter, who have been involved in a war crime. As it's the main intro mission for Hitman 2, the level of story missions is so amazing and contains such unique and fun challenges. It's also a great speedrun map.
Target acquired. Robert Knox.
Aw, cripe.
This map, and many others in the Hitman series, have special and secret ending cutscenes for when you escape, making each discovery you find feel achieved. The level is quite easy to learn, as new players need to remember locations, paths, secret ways, and disguises, and even assassination opportunities. This map has some interesting choices implemented into it, such as being able to choose who wins the race.
The race is over. Sierra will be coming off the track anytime now.
Sierra Knox has been disqualified. I'm getting information that it's all over and the title goes to Team Kowloon. Big surprise here in Miami, folks. But let's get ready to give Moses Lee and the Chinese team a warm welcome when they step up to that podium. They deserve it.
And even having the target kill the other one.
Oh, here he comes.
Target down. Next up, Robert Knox.
Sierra? How did you... I see.
This map is quite an easy one to learn and understand, as this level is the introduction to Hitman 2 and needs to set the foundation for the game ahead, and it definitely does a great job. I've only explained 3 maps to you, and this game contains 21 maps and 11 bonus maps, which are just reskins of the campaign maps but contain something special. Each map is filled with details that immerse you more into the game's world, and each time you play, you can discover new paths, new items, and new intel to make your time playing feel more valuable and interesting. While playing any map at any time, you can use 47's ability called Instinct. This is an awesome ability which allows you to see guards through walls, doors, who your target is, objects that can be interacted with, and even weapons. This ability can be used at any time for as long as you need to. The bonus maps and side contents are reskinned maps featured in the campaigns of all games, aside from the Sniper Assassination maps. The side content consists of the 7 Deadly Sins DLC expansion, 4 special assignments based on single maps from Hitman 2, Patient Zero, and bonus missions from Hitman 2016. They have a detailed introduction cinematic, just like the campaign missions, and these levels contain so many Easter eggs and secrets, like on Miami, a silver tongue, where you can find and snipe 3 water bottles to create this awesome, yet not really silent method of elimination.
Here to try Atlantide, instant mineralized salt water. That's the tech term for pure H2O. So why not sign up? You can recruit your friends, family. They will all have the pleasure of being part of the Atlantide family. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Off limits, but that doesn't prevent the occasional fan or paparazzi from sneaking inside to take a picture of their favorite driver with their why, only last year, an overeater Postad man walked in on Sierra Knox getting a massage. He lost 3 front teeth to a well-named row of Miss Knox's racing helmet. This reporter reporting making the same mistake. I'm
I've given them peace of mind. Well done.
The bonus maps contain their own stories and allow you to experience new and unique ways of assassination. Patient Zero from Hitman 2016 is its own side campaign and goes across the maps featured in Hitman 2016. To make the campaign story as short as possible, 47 is tasked with taking out 2 targets in Bangkok. Afterwards, Diana uncovers a secret plot to release an apocalyptic viral contagion.
That's peculiar. I just saw a spike in traffic from the hotel's network. Looks like a series of automatically dispatched messages. I'll get a team on it right away.
This should be interesting.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid eliminating Nabazov activated a ring of sleeper agents. My current theory is that the network signal spike in Bangkok was a go signal, something automated.
A kill switch? Who are the targets?
So far, we've identified 2 cult members meeting in Sapienza to exchange a viral weapon. Something, and I quote, apocalyptic. The client asks us to eliminate them both and extract the weapon.
And this cult will stop at nothing to try and complete their task. 47 is tasked with taking out the cult leaders, as well as the corporation researchers who are trying to reverse engineer the virus. A quite fun bonus campaign, and it even includes some of the bonus mission content such as Sniper Assassin. It also puts a new spin on maps you've learnt.
Confirmed, 47.
Sniper Assassin is a bonus game mode which shows 47 using a sniper, taking out targets and completing missions. This is a fun game mode and I really enjoy it from time to time. The scenarios you can cause is quite fun to achieve, such as riots in a prison, destroying wedding cakes and finding hidden Easter egg characters. Although there are only 3 maps at this time, the challenges will keep you playing for hours. Also, in the bonus content, there is contracts, which are community, player-made contracts, which can be really tough and test your knowledge, or you'll find some easy ones. It's just down to how and what you want to play. Every month, IOI recommend the best community escalations for you to play and give rewards for you to do so, such as completing 50 escalations and you get a weapon. This is the segment about the Hitman story. There is a timestamp on the screen, and if you go into the description, you'll see the chapters. Just click on the one that's after the story. With that out the way, let's jump into the story. The first screen, as you open the game, just shows how adult this game's story is. It isn't filled with colors, funky music, or visuals. It has 47, with the red-black color palette, holding a gun, and the music is somber, dark, and gives off a very haunting vibe, as if something is going to happen. This game's story is one of revenge and death. The story of the World of Assassination trilogy starts in 2019 with the release of Hitman 2016. The game is based in 2019. Agent 47 is hired by a shadow client and is deployed all over the world, from Paris to Marrakesh to Hokkaido, taking out targets, seemingly random. But during the 5th mission set in Colorado, you find a hidden bunker, which is filled with research connecting all of the previous targets together, making it seem as if they were all a part of a bigger organization run by Providence.
Familiar faces too. Thomas Cross, Klaus Strandberg, Ether, and that's missing banker Eugene Cobb. Well, well.
There's a name. Providence.
What? No. No, it can't be.
The Hidden Hand. Thought they were a myth.
A hypothesis, nothing more. The idea that a small cabal of kingmakers, controlling enough corporate and political leaders, could effectively run the world in secret.
Maybe not so hypothetical.
Keep looking, 47. We need full disclosure.
A mysterious organization only thought to be a myth. During this interaction, you find out that the training director, Eric Soders, betrayed the ICA and became an informant for Providence. After traveling to Japan, you eliminate him and finish the game. The Hitman 2016 story ends with Diana, 47's handler, meeting the head of Providence, a man called Arthur Edwards. He offers her information on 47's origin in exchange for them teaming up to find the Shadow Client, and no clear answer is established.
Believe the questions died with him? We have nothing further to discuss. If not, as I said, I think we could help each other. Partners, then. Cheer up, Miss Burnwood. We are the lesser evil. This terrorist, he wants nothing but chaos.
He's only a terrorist if you win.
Miss Burnwood, we won a long time ago. This is maintenance.
One year later, the events of Hitman 2 come around, and this is where the story expands massively. Now you're partnered with Providence. Due to the now careless and terrorist-like actions of the Shadow Client, you continue to complete missions, find leads, and ultimately meet the Shadow Client. It's Lucas Gray, an old forgotten friend of 47. They grew up together and were trained together. Lucas Gray then begins to explain how Providence created them and made them do what they wanted and use them for their own gain.
We made a pact, you and I. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.
The next step in his plan is to locate the Constant who met Diana on the train, and is the current client for 47's contracts, as he knows the identities of the current Providence partners. He then offers 47 an antidote to bring his erased memories back, and he takes it. He then remembers who the first Constant is and tracks him down, but also that he remembered the assassination of Diana's parents years ago, which he committed.
Mom? Dad?
A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
They then stage a kidnapping of the Constant and proceed to interrogate him to find the other partners to finally finish off Providence for good.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves, no signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Turns out the Constant had actually been behind everything and chose to sacrifice the other 3 remaining partners so he can stay in power.
3 families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants.
Tell us everything about them.
The story of Hitman 2 finishes with Diana losing the Constant and Lucas Gray lying to 47, stating everything is going to plan.
The backbone of the Providence Empire, but they're not going to the new partner identities.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're allocated to someone else. Everything is. The partners are left with no real control. Who is Arthur Edwards?
Constant.
Message from Olivia. Everything's going to plan. We know where the partners are. We have our targets. You're almost there, old friend. Feels good, doesn't it? We should head out before the storm hits. Time to fulfill our purpose, 47.
To take them all down.
To do a quick recap, 47 and Diana were unknowingly hired by a shadow client to take out operatives of Providence, who are a secret organization. The Constant then makes a deal with Diana to eliminate the shadow client and learn about the past of 47. After finding out who the shadow client is, Lucas Gray, Diana and 47 switch sides to fulfill an old pact to destroy Providence. After capturing the Constant, they find out the 3 identities of the Providence partners, but the Constant escapes. Our story concludes in Hitman 3. After hacking the servers on Haven Island, they learn where the final partners are.
What's this? Carl? Did you do that?
I certainly did not. I have no idea what's going on.
Gentlemen.
What's the meaning of this?
You're the one responsible for all this. Gray, what do you want?
Something that has been a long time due. Revenge.
Revenge? How banal. You killed Cobb, Nabokov, Caruso, the Washington twins, everyone at Haven. You broke into our bank, and you outed Providence to the world. Whatever perceived slight we've done to you is insignificant to the amount of damage you've caused us. You've caused the world.
You're a murderous terrorist, nothing more. What did we ever do to you anyway?
You specifically? Nothing. Providence? Everything. Providence made me, and at the flick of a pen, Providence broke me. I'm just returning the favor. Providence has ruined the lives of countless people, expecting and facing no consequence for its actions. You take for yourselves and those who support you, and you burn everyone and everything else to the ground from the comfort of the shadows. No more.
You're delusional.
Exposing us achieved nothing beyond moving a few pieces around on a board much more complicated than you can fathom. The world believes we're dead. What more do you want?
Me? Nothing. My friend, however, well, let's just say he's a bit of an expert. I'm just here to watch you die. 47. Finish it.
47. Finish it. Finally, Stuyvesant and Ingram are gone.
47 then kills 2 of them in Dubai, then tracking the final partner to her mansion. After confronting her and finishing the main level story, she gives you the file on Arthur Edwards.
Have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. And I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
While 47 was taking out the final Providence partner, Lucas Gray is ambushed.
She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
47 then finds Olivia, who went into hiding since Gray's death. 47 and Olivia then release all of the ICA's targets, missions, and information into the world.
It's all here. Clients, operatives, every hit the ICA ever sanctioned. Enough to shut them down for good. But first you need to locate all files referencing Diana and yourself.
Taking lives.
Random. Disorder.
Well, we are here. Basic training starts through 600 hours. I should leave you to prepare. Perhaps I see possibility where others see limitation. I choose him.
The two of you go way back. I didn't realize that you... I don't know. I get why you want to protect her. So, wipe all the data referring to the two of you from their system before we publish the rest. Okay, good. I've set up a link to an information nonprofit site. When you press that button, it's up there and the whole world will know. There's no undo 47. This will shut the ICA down for good. You really okay with this? It's who you've been for so long.
Maybe it's time for a change.
I'll just return things to normal. No need to alert them we were here prematurely.
Safety switch detected. Lockdown commencing.
Shit! I missed that. We're blown, 47. I can hold the doors for a little while. Use the vents to get out. Go, now!
Essentially dissolving the ICA into nothing. In the final mission of Hitman, you are tasked with finishing off Providence by eliminating two targets. A herald who is watching over Diana as she is to be the next Constant, due to striking a deal with Arthur Edwards by eliminating Lucas Gray and turning against 47. And a lawyer who is also going for the role of Constant. 47 then meets with Diana, who says she will be able to dismantle Providence from the inside if she is elected, but needs your help to remove said targets.
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
You're not the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next Constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
It won't work. If Edward suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Gray. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're we're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be. Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47. Turns out this woman will be your downfall. If it's any consolation, Dawn,
What are
your
you doing, you
instincts were dead
asshole?
on.
Don't
I
just stand
will
there!
be constant.
Shoot her!
And I will make it my mission to tear down Providence brick by brick. Finish it.
Such a good boy.
Well done, 47. Better get rid of the body. Won't be long before they come looking. When you're done, meet me on the dance floor. Oh, and dress appropriately. "47.
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47.
Afterwards, you do a nice little dance with her, then she asks to meet you in the vineyards afterwards.
How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin. Transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
I am sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent.
Diana then unexpectedly betrays 47 and states that it is a necessary evil by poisoning him. You can actually see this happen when she touches him at the start of the mission. The necessary evil is that she will be able to become constant and then dismantle Providence, but 47 is ultimately betrayed. She then explains to him that she knows he killed her parents, and in 47's last breath, he apologizes.
Are you still here?
47 then gets lost in all of his memories, seeing all of his previous targets and experiences, all while being berated by Diana.
Agent 47, the apex predator. always hiding behind the headlines. Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract to shield you from the uncomfortable truth. You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work you are. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
"47 then wakes up on a train which Arthur Edwards is located on.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help.
No.
Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
47 then has a choice when confronting him. You can either use the memory erasing injectable and become who you were meant to be, continue to follow orders and kill endlessly, or prove the constant wrong and inject him with the needle, making him forget who he was, sparing him, and making his entire plan and life pointless.
What are you doing?
No! No! This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, What were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
The story ends with 47 sparing or killing the Constant. He then retires from being a hitman and lives a secluded life. We then get a cutscene set 1 year later. He gets in contact with Diana, stating that 47 isn't who he is anymore. He eventually realizes that this is who he wants to be, and then comes out of retirement.
It's been a long time, Agent 47.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact is done. The past, dead.
And yet, here you are.
I choose this path because I can. There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.
The game ends with much more depth and humanity into 47 and Diana's relationship. They rejoin, but not as handler and operative, but as partners. This was only a very basic understanding of the Hitman story, and I haven't done it justice in this video. The best way to experience the story is playing it for yourself. I have tried to explain most plot points, but most of the story comes from the cinematics and dialogue from the targets. So please check this game's campaign and story out for yourself. During your campaign journey, each map has multiple story missions, and it's for you to choose which one to follow or ones to follow. Some missions get you access to restricted areas, others allow you to get a one-on-one with the target.
I was drunk, I snapped. The window, I didn't think...
Or even combine two missions at once and have one target kill the other. Some missions even don't exist, and it's up for you and your map knowledge and skills to create your own missions, such as Berlin. As you don't have a handler, you can listen to conversations and create your own missions to complete.
Excuse me. What are you waiting for?
Go, go. Don't let him slip through your fingers. Montgomery, no cat and mouse. Just get it done. Montgomery. Another one. That's it. I'm pulling the plug. Get out of there now.
The missions start with a very cinematic cutscene, which displays the level you are based on and shows an overview of your targets and provides some background into the reasons for them being your targets. It also shows off some key areas such as security rooms, security locations, and the target's general area, as well as some possible access areas. For example, Marrakesh. The cinematic shows that one target is in a locked down embassy and the other is in a school. After you complete a map, you get XP towards that map from challenges and story missions. This unlocks new starting areas and agency pickups, which is where you can place items for later. This feature is across every single map aside from Hokkaido. You need to be a location mastery of 20 before you can even get anything unlocked. The option of choice into what missions you select allows you to experience one and then try another one the next time you play. And some missions contain some juicy Hitman lore. In some rare instances, you can actually get your targets killed either with your help, but not killed directly by you, or you can even get a target killed just by following a mission and you're just standing by.
In this case, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Just wait and see. When you're done with this job, the contracts will be rolling in.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Rangan. Can you look up a bit?
That shot came from the tools. Looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next?
If you are lucky enough to get some of these rare instances or have map/mission knowledge to allow for such actions to take place, you will unlock challenges, which can unlock you a weapon, item, suit, or even XP, and these allow you to use whatever item, weapon, or suit in any map. Suit customization is something I actually like, and the suits are clean. And the difference between some of them is very bland, like having one with gloves and the other with not. Others are callbacks to previous Hitman games, and others are just silly, like Clown 47, Cowboy 47, and even Lynch 47. Even though the suits are just cosmetic and have no additional advantages, I just find it funny seeing a Clown 47 running around Berlin, or even in a winter suit completing tasks in Marrakesh. And unfortunately, the weapons aren't much better. Most weapons are just reskins, such as the Silver Baller's 47's iconic weapon. There are 7 of the same gun, just very slightly different titles for each of them. Like there is no difference between the ICA-19 and the ICA-19 Black Lily. And this goes for most of the equipment you unlock. There are around 15 actually unique and original items, and the rest are reskins. Like, for example, the poisons. There are 8 Emmerich poisons. There are 2 types, the injectable ones and the ones you put into drinks. And there is 5 of the same injectable, just different skin. And some of you may like that. I think it's mostly clutter. As a player that doesn't use them all the time and doesn't usually use more than 1 or 2 in a single map, I overall really don't care about the reskins. I mean, it's nice to use different looking ones from time to time, but I thought they're just annoying enough just to mention them here. With a negative aside, after you unlock a certain item, you can then use that item in whatever map you want. These allow for you to unlock more challenges, basically creating a new way to play with a new item, and that can help you try a new path to your target or a new way of eliminating the target.
Both targets down. Well done, 47.
Your weapon items, when selected, have icons to display the features of the weapon, such as if it's suppressed, ranged, wall piercing, and more. This lets you get the details of whatever weapon you want to use. Each map also has escalations, which are level-based rounds of a single map. This map gives you a target, and then the target needs to be eliminated in a certain way, or other rules such as not to be spotted, only headshots, no pacifications, and more rules. These create a fun way to learn the maps and experience new content in the game, and for every major update, IOI selects the best community escalations and puts them in the front page for you to look at and see if you want to play them. Some escalations contain major details such as a changed map for Hawke's Bay for Halloween and Paris for having a Christmas theme, which completely changes the map. And with the deluxe edition for Hitman 3, you get deluxe escalations, which feature a new spin on Hitman 3 maps and gives you some cool suit cosmetics and other items. But at the end, you're paying for 6 deluxe escalations and suits, which I don't believe is valued at $60, which is when I got it on sale. Even then, I don't believe it's worth that much money.
Whoa!
There are also some limited time targets called Elusive targets, which appear once until they're added again, and then they're only around for a limited time, and it's up to your map knowledge and skills to identify and eliminate the target. The target is unmarked, and it's up to you to find them, and then watch their path and movements, and then plan a way of eliminating them. Although, if you eliminate the target and then get caught, you cannot restart. This is your one and only chance to eliminate the target, unless you Alt F4 the game. And once eliminated, the contract cannot be played again to reinforce the whole aspect of limited time. This is a personal favourite of mine, and apparently due to the announcements of the new Hitman content dropping in 2022, you can choose which elusive targets to take out, so that would be a very nice change. Stealth is a super important gameplay style in Hitman, and is the core of your Silent Assassin rating, which requires you only eliminate your targets, not to be spotted by guards, bodies aren't found, and if you're spotted by cameras, then destroying the camera controls. But then you get a special bonus for the time it takes for you to complete it. Other stealth mechanics are as follows. Disguises. You can knock out or kill a guard, or even in some special maps, you can take the target's disguise and get access to special and restricted areas, and also get some unique assassination ideas or prompts, all because of your disguise choice.
47. I'll have a team ready to take possession of the weaponized virus as soon as you extract. Do be careful with it.
Hey, man!
Brother Rathman eliminated. That's confirmed.
When you either knock out or eliminate a target, you can hide their body either by dragging it to a dumpster, closet, or even dumping it into a lake, throwing off a building, or just hiding in a bush, although you won't get hiding body points. AI can also be tricked by shooting or throwing an object near them to distract them and make them investigate. Or you can be skilled and manipulate them into becoming aggressive and then slipping past. As an example of this is in Paris.
Okay. No way! Command, someone's making trouble.
Possibly high on drugs.
Stealth is a core concept of this game and allows you to traverse the level undetected, and that is what the canon of Hitman is. Part of the shadows and is never seen. Once you learn the stealth basics, anything is possible. Challenges are what you achieve just by playing and completing challenges you find all over the maps, such as eliminating the targets with a garrote wire or even drowning them. You can find these challenges by pressing F1 or whatever your mission details bind is. Then you can find which challenge you want to complete. Some of these are very difficult by having their description redacted, making the only clue you have be the picture of the challenge, or even the name of it. Most of these challenges can be done with a silent assassin rating, such as eliminating your targets a certain way or even grabbing something on your playthrough, discovering locations and suits. Other times it's for eliminating an NPC or even escaping a certain way. These challenges are separated by tabs: Assassination, Discovery, Feats, Targets, the Classics, and then Escalations. Feats are usually the difficult challenges, and the Classics are the challenges for the skilled players, such as completing a mission on a difficulty and in your suit with a silent assassin rating. Other challenges is the Sniper Assassination challenges, which consist of eliminating your targets with a sniper and no other method. This makes you think of new paths, as snipers on difficulties above casual are illegal to hold.
Dawood Rangan is confirmed killed.
The Hitman difficulty is Casual, Professional, and Mastery. Professional is usually where the average to experienced Hitman players play, Casual is for beginner Hitman players, and the Master is for Masters of Hitman. Some of the items you find in Professional will not be in Hitman's Mastery levels. In each level, there are tens of ways to assassinate your target, just like I listed in the Fallout New Vegas video. I listed 6 ways of getting rid of your targets, but that list goes on and on if you explore different options and learn the target's paths. They can walk over puddles next to a power point. See what I'm getting at there? Stand under a crashable, shoot and it falls a ball, acts like a chandelier but in movies and it falls onto the targets. Those things, you know. The target's path also allows for countless interactions and interesting elimination ways for you to perform. It's all up to your game knowledge, patience, and skill. But on the other hand, if you're a little bit impatient, just watch and follow people's own paths for completing a map. Although the satisfaction of finding a path that is both quick and gives you a silent assassin rating is so euphoric, and you'll be really proud of yourself for taking the time to test a route, then have it succeed. For an example, I used a story mission path to get my first silent assassin on Hokkaido, and then I did some testing to bring my time down. Speedrunning is something that I actually enjoy watching and doing myself. Although I'm not a pro at all, or even as skilled as a speedrunner, while playing Hitman it is fun to try and beat your times. My personal best on Hokkaido is 1 minute and 5 seconds, and I haven't been able to replicate it. And writing this, I tried it, and what do you know?
Time for sodas to retire.
Excuse me?
That's both targets down. Time to find an exit. We're done here.
Minute flat, baby. I referenced this game in my Fallout video because you were given choices into how to eliminate your targets and even opportunities such as Miami by choosing who to win and even the ending of the game as to what to do. You can also find references to other locations and events and even characters all throughout the game's cinematics and even during gameplay, such as finding references to the Paris fashion show, Kronstadt Company, and even more.
Hunt down the militia.
Easter eggs are a commonality in this game, ranging from secrets to be looked at.
I need to use the bathroom.
To even TV show references, waiting for a volcano to explode on Hokkaido, and flying and literally flying away in Miami. There are even some callbacks to other IO games. This game doesn't fail to surprise a veteran like me, and I'm sure that there are even more that I don't know about.
What are you doing?
On the map Dartmoor, which is a Hitman 3 mission which features a murder mystery, which is an all-time favourite movie genre for me, you can find a baseball outside, which is a reference to Knives Out. Another cool feature is that 47 tries to act as normal as possible in disguises, especially when he is talking to other characters. This shows the most in the mission Whittleton Creek in Hitman 2, where 47 can show one of the targets a house while disguised as a house realtor. It's quite funny as 47 tries to talk as normal as he can, while also getting into great detail about things that people really aren't well versed in.
This is the upstairs hallway. It connects all the rooms up here. Add a few closets or a large box in a corner, and the room's practical value becomes apparent.
I don't know. Got anything more interesting to show me? It's all very familiar. What happened in here?
Someone bled out here. Looks like a sudden hemorrhaging. Blood pouring from the mouth and nose. Possible vomiting of blood. Distance between the pools indicates the person was conscious at first, but severely shocked. Handprint on the wall corroborates this. The person lost consciousness after 20 to 30 seconds. Probably bled out in a matter of minutes. There's a strong chance this was caused by a severe allergic reaction or a straight poisoning of some sort.
That's a very detailed description. Did you read the police report or something?
I dabble in forensic investigation, among other things.
I see. Well, let's get the hell out of here.
There is a melee system which 47 can engage in CQC with guards and NPCs if detected, but it just knocks out people and is a loud attack, so I really don't use it. All games have their flaws, and this game is no exception. Some target AI are broken, such as on Paris, where one of the targets is just deaf to some distractions and that her and her guard aren't worried about me trespassing. Some NPCs just levitate, other disguises create clipping issues, and the list goes on, but they aren't game breaking, or at least I haven't experienced any game breaking issues, but this game has its flaws, and unfortunately they are ever so present in this game. The Hitman series offers a type of gameplay of which I haven't seen anywhere else. I really love this game, and to hear that new content is coming out makes me really excited to see what IOI have in store for this next year of Hitman. This game is the last of the world of Assassination games at this point in time, and creates this story which really makes you feel the bond between 47 and Diana. This game offers a fun and interesting gameplay which caters to experienced players and new players alike. Although this game may seem complicated, it is actually very fun with all the challenges it provides, and it encourages replayability, as each time you play you can experience new items, target opportunities, locations, disguises, Easter eggs, and so much more. The level design is one that I think this game has exceeded at, and definitely shows that IOI gave everything to this game to make it one of the best games of 2021, and I definitely believe it deserves it all. Aside from the bugs, the same item with a reskin on it, and other little nitpicky issues, this game is truly fun and an enjoyable experience, and will be enjoyed by those who are fans of the series or this type of gameplay. If you have enjoyed the story, gameplay, or even any interesting mechanics, try this game for yourself.
Rum, rum, rum. Ding, ding, ding.
Holy crap, that was a long video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching it, and hopefully it all made sense, because it made sense to me, but if it didn't make sense, please let me know. I'm just a massive fan of the Hitman games, and when I was making my Fallout New Vegas video, I just thought this will be fun to do, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm guessing by the length of this audio, it's going to be a long video, so I just want to say thank you for sticking all the way through to the end. The next video is going to be on Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, like those type of story-driven games, a bit like the Fallout New Vegas video. So that's a little secret, that's a little end credits thing for you guys to look out for. So just want to say thank you for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I loved getting back into playing Hitman. That game's just really fun. I just want to say thank you for sticking around. Hope all is well. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I want to give a thank you to my friend Matt for providing me some clips, and I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the comments below.